All right, what is going on, everyone? I am back with another YouTube video. Today is Offszn episode 6, and today we have a upper body session running through back, shoulders, and arms. Usually, I'm starting off with a machine high row, but Dohertys have got this bad boy in, the primal, primal explosive row or something like that. I used it over in Melbourne while I was just over there at the other Dohertys, and it is a fucking sick machine. So we're gonna start off on this today and go from there. Fuck, I am feeling like a bit of a mutt today. I haven't got my hair cut in like 2 weeks. Feeling a bit crusty, but haircut is booked in for Monday, so I'll be feeling fresh come the new week. But feeling a bit fucking crusty right now. All right, let's go. Warm up set. Oh, that machine feels so damn good. Feeling good. I just spent the last 10 days over in Melbourne. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen all that. But yeah, that was certainly an eye-opening kind of trip. I went over there to go to a business seminar, 2-day business seminar, which was fucking very, very full on. I learned a whole lot about business that I had no idea about. And I definitely found out how much business stuff there is out there that I don't really want to apply to my business, and there's plenty of things that I would like to apply to business as well. But it was super, super valuable. Like the 2 days in-person seminar, it was full on. It was very full on. And being in a room with the average income of being like 700K, bro, what? That is like the top 1% of like online coaches and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not at that level by a long shot, but it was very eye-opening and inspiring and motivating to see what is possible in terms of, you know, the online space. But for me personally, I'm not sure how much of that I actually resonate with completely. I think I really just want to continue to focus on how I have been doing business, and in terms of coaching, you know, like focusing on my clients, making sure they're actually getting solid results and continuing to grow organically, kind of at a little bit of a slower rate maybe, but be content with, you know, my life outside of business, which is something that I think is very valuable. I'm somebody, I think, that values my peace and my happiness more than an extra couple $100,000, to be honest. So yeah, that was definitely a very eye-opening last week of my life, but yeah, it was cool to be exposed to all of that. But anyway, for now, enough yapping. Let's get to fucking work. All right, set number 2, going down. This machine is fucking rough. Really, really good though. I highly rate it. So if you're in Dohertys, they got one in Melbourne, in Brunswick, and one in Perth. So if you're at that gym, give this fucking machine a go. I highly, highly rate it so far. Big fan. Big fan. Something with these chest supported back movements is use the chest support. You don't want to be coming down and really like overarching on your way back up. Just using a lot of lower back and a lot of momentum at that point. If you're trying to do a chest supported row, use the chest support and actually target the upper back or your lats, whatever you're trying to do in that movement. Try not to use too much of the body English to kind of swing the weight up and get more weight than you really should be using. We had a little accidental mini cut while we were in Melbourne for those 10 days. I left Perth at like 111 kilos and I got back yesterday at 107. 4 kilos down in a week. But I do look a whole lot more shredded, which is nice. But it's not conducive to the off season, going back 4 kilos in a fucking week. But I think with the GH getting dropped down, my food being a little bit lower than probably normal, steps being a little bit higher than usual, certainly had a big impact on that. But regardless, we are back home now, ready to put on some more size and get fucking huge. I've got the unilateral dumbbell row. I think I got 45s, 47s last week, so a little bit heavier today. But yeah, let's do it. Hell yeah. Big Tommy boy over there. Say hi to the... dying.
What kind of music do you like listening to when you train?
Oh, my current selection for music while I'm training is definitely got to be like alternative rock, fucking like divorced dad music and emo 8-year-old girl music. So it's a good mix of in between. But it always changes, like depending on where I'm kind of at mentally or what I kind of need for the session. Sometimes it'll be super fast-paced DMB, fucking crazy shit, or it'll be like slow Drake, Brent, fucking what's his name, Friars or whatever. Or it'll be alternative rock where I just go hard as fuck and just, or even death metal sometimes, to be fair. Just depending, it really just depends on the fucking mood. But today is some alternative rock. Hell yeah. Sweet. All right, so we have the seated shoulder press now. Only one top set on these. So we'll get into that in just a sec. Top set. Let's go. Fuck, getting into this machine is a bitch. All right, top set. One set. It's a good one. Oh, that one off the bottom. could have maxed it out. Yeah, exactly. Or you're gonna leave a little bit of a room for improvement. These bench assisted Y raises, I don't see them getting done a lot, but holy fuck, they are such a good exercise. They've been in my program probably close to like a year now, and I can definitely attribute some of that shoulder growth to these. I've rinsed these exercises, rinsed them for fucking 12 months. You just do that. You don't need to change every fucking variation of your movements every week, every couple of weeks even. I've barely changed my training program in the last year, longer probably. All that's really changed is just the exercise selection and where I'm putting them in the workout, which really doesn't change all that much, just changes your stimulus to fatigue ratio. You know, if you're doing a really, really heavy compound movement, start of your workout, training all the way to failure, that's kind of gonna fuck you for the rest of the workout a lot of the time if you're very strong. So doing something where you can put that big compound movement, third, fourth in your session, makes you go lower in weight and kind of makes you forced to control the tempo that little bit more and get a different stimulus from the same exercise. Fuck me. Seated lateral. One of my favorite variations of seated lateral. I fucking love this one. What is this? Life Fitness? Wait, flex. Yes, it's a flex leverage one. Big fan. Bit light. One more set of shoulders. God damn. Alright, into a bit of arms. We've got one tricep, one bicep, then some posing. Alright, last exercise of the day. We've got tricep extension and supersetted with those bicep curls. So get a nice fucking juicy arm pump to finish the session off. Let's go. God damn. All right, one more bicep, one more tricep set. Oh yeah. Fuck training arms. All right, so that is the upper session done. Fucking pretty solid session. We're gonna go through a couple rounds of posing now. And I'll give a couple little cues and stuff for posing and how to make it a little bit easier if you aren't really sure how to start on posing. This should be a good little demo video for you to understand the basics of at least the mandatories. Fucking 10-day accidental mini cut in Melbourne it's definitely fucking worked. I'm feeling a whole lot leaner this week. Hairy, but leaner. All right, let's just go. Let's do them first and then. Very, very important to always start from the ground up when you're posing. So always make sure your feet and your legs and everything are in position first, then start playing around with the upper body. So like for the front relaxed, I like going shoulder width apart for most people. And something on the front relaxed to kind of pay attention to is keeping your arms kind of parallel to your lats and keeping everything kind of flowing together so it looks a little bit more aesthetic. And then we go into quarter turn. I like starting from the floor up, nice, good solid base, and get into position. You want to rotate as hard as you can this way, but still keeping your hips facing this way to keep your waist as small as possible. And then same thing with the back shot as the front. Like you just want to keep shoulder width apart, start from the ground up. And always think about making yourself as big as possible when it comes to posing. Never try to hide anything. Always try to make yourself look as big as possible. But fucking gassed. This off-season posing is a whole lot harder than when you're in prep and doing it all the fucking time. But I have been pretty damn consistent with my posing this off-season so far. I'm doing like pretty much daily, at least one round in the morning, or my check-in photos and stuff. And then most of the time, like an upper day or like a push day or something, I'll do another round or two after. On leg days, no posing on fucking leg days. That's a crime. But anyway, that has been the upper session, little physique update, posing update, seeing where I'm at the moment in this off season. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. So if you like this video and took anything away from the cues, the posing, anything like that, make sure you leave a comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.